So we're going to begin breaking down the style right now. The first guideline that we're going to look at is the chart of harmonic functions and directionality. So when Bach sat down to compose something, he didn't sit down with the chart of harmonic functions to help him build chord progressions that avoided modality or didn't promote good harmonic forward motion. The style was ingrained into what he did. This was the era that and the music that he was immersed in. So we could listen to Bach's music all we want. We could try to compose his music through trial and error, and we will never be able, well, most of us won't be able to approximate what he did. Why? Because we don't live in that time. So composing in his style doesn't come naturally to us, and that's why musicologists and music theorists have broken things down for us, so that we can recreate these styles. And so the chart of harmonic functions is one of the tools that we use to recreate this high Baroque style. All right, so we're going to start looking at the chart of harmonic functions and directionality for major keys. So we're going to set up a few categories here. We have the tonic category, we have the dominant, we have dominant preparation, dominant preparation. Again, this is only for major. The tonic extension. Okay. All right, so let's start with the tonic. What chords, guys, go under this category?
One.
What's our tonic replacement? Replacement goes in there, and that's 6. All right. Let's go to the dominant group. What goes in the dominant group?
5.
5. Yep. What else?
5, 7.
Yes. 5, 7. Okay. What else? Well, I like that you mentioned 1, 6, 4 before. I'm going to say 1, 6, 4, 5, and that happens together. You can't have a 1, 6, 4 without a 5 following it, so I'm including it together. Full half diminished 7 and 7 fully diminished 7. What goes into our dominant preparation group?
2, 4.
2. Yep. 4.
2, 6.
It is 6. Yes. Does it matter what order you use those chords, guys?
Yes.
It does. Yeah. What's the correct order? Well, within the dominant preparation group all by itself, does it matter what order the dominant prep chords appear in your composition?
I want to say yes.
Yes, you're right. You're right. 6, 4, 2. Now we don't have to use all. You guys know we don't have to use all of those chords to approach 5, but we have to use them in this order. So you can go from 6 to 2 to 5. You could go to 4 to 5 or just 2, 5, 6, 5. But if we go backwards in the dominant prep group, we'd actually sound modal. Our chord progression would sound modal. We would sound like a Renaissance composer rather than a late Baroque composer. So that's something to think about. What's the chord that goes into our tonic extension? Meaning that you want the feel of the one chord, but you don't want to repeat it. In here we have the 3. Yeah. 3 has 2 notes in common with the tonic, so it could be used to extend the tonic. So rather than, in a composition, repeat the one chord twice, if you want that sound twice, you can, instead of going from 1 to 1, you can go to 1 to 3, and that'll give you a little bit of variety. And yeah, I know that we have the leading tone in the 3 chord, but it's not functioning as a leading tone, so you don't have to worry about resolving it in the 3 chord. All right, so generally speaking, this is how the chart of harmonic functions work. You want to go this way in the chart, generally speaking. But let's start with the tonic. This is how this is the detail of how it works. Tonic groups can go anywhere. From the tonic group, you can go anywhere. But once you land in a category, you got to go this way. So if we go from tonic to dominant prep, you can only go this way in the progression. From tonic to dominant, only this way. Tonic to tonic extension goes to the dominant prep. If I had more space, I would move the dominant prep after the tonic extension. All right. Okay, so I'm going to throw out a chord progression, and you guys tell me if this is correct for this style of writing or incorrect. 1, 3, 5. Is that a valid chord progression?
No.
No, why not?
Because it has to go from tonic to predominant.
Yeah, from the tonic extension group, you got to circle back to the dominant prep. And then once you're in the dominant prep, you move to the dominant, to the tonic. The progression 1, 3, 5 would have an error in it called an omission, meaning you're omitting the movement to the dominant prep. How about 1, 6, 2, 5, 1? 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. Is that a good progression?
That's fine.
Yes, it is fine. It is fine. How about 2, 6, 5, 1?
Bad.
It's bad. Why?
Because you're doing predominant twice. 2 can't go to 6.
Why not? Remember, when you go backwards in the dominant prep group, you're creating a modal chord progression. It's an older chord progression than a late Baroque chord progression. You're sounding Renaissance and not Baroque. So it's not that it's wrong, it's just wrong for this time period. Okay, all right. Now the chart of harmonic functions and directionality in minor is way more complicated. You guys remember. Okay,